That's your soul saying, oh.
Hello guys, thank you for joining me today for this beautiful twin flame reading. I hope you're well and you're staying focused, believing and trusting what you already know. I'm going to be using the Fairies Oracle deck to do the reading today for the Divine Masculines, to see what their current energy is, how they're feeling, what they're experiencing, and then I'll get some communication from their true self of what they want you to know, Divine Feminines, and then I will be picking a card for you to see what you need to know. So what is it we need to know today about the Divine Masculines, current energy, how they're feeling, what they're experiencing? What's going on with the Divine Masculines today? Thank you so much for the love and support that you continuously give me, guys. The donations, the emails, the gifts, you all mean so much to me, and you make me smile, and I do love you, and I just can't believe it sometimes, your generosity. As I said, it means so much, so thank you. And if you are new, I do use the labels Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, because that's how I channel. Please don't be offended, just put it into your situation, how it resonates with you. I do realise it's just energy. So let's see. What do you need to know about the Divine Masculine's current energy, how they're feeling, what they're experiencing today? Tree wisdom. Pure intention, yes. And shine from within, there you go. Beautiful. Inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the Fairy of Inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. So beautiful. So your Divine Masculine is feeling this inspiration, and is so open to receiving this inspiration, this support, this love to help them, whatever is going on with them right now. They're just open, and you can see this beautiful fairy is just feeling so free and just in this lighter energy. And when we're in this lighter energy, that is when we feel inspired, and because we're open to receiving, we're not so rigid and so serious about life. We're just like going with the life force, with the flow. We're not putting no restrictions on anything, and that's when things, inspiration, guidance, and all the wisdom, the downloads of information, the epiphanies, that's when it comes to us. So let's see what tree wisdom says. The tree Dyrad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. So your Divine Masculine could be spending, and as you can see, this is all, green, this card, guys. A lot of green coming through in this reading. And the Divine Masculines could be spending time in nature. As you know, when we're in nature, this is when we feel so connected with God, with the angels, to the universe, because we're away from everything and we're able to stay more in the present moment, what's going on. So your Divine Masculine could be going into nature, and this is about music as well, about listening to music. Maybe they're going into nature and listening to music as well by being in nature and just walking and just feeling so connected, because they're now in this lighter energy. And when they're actually going into nature, this is, they could be surrounded by trees. And as you know yourself, I don't know if you've ever done this, guys, but when you hug a tree, it's very powerful, very powerful. So they could be, in nature and surrounded by trees, which is helping your Divine Masculine stay true to themselves, to stay in their heart space. Like I said, to be in tune with themselves. And, as we had on the bottom of the deck with this deck, is about them being in this lighter energy, just going with the flow and allowing this wisdom, this tree wisdom. We do receive so much love, so much power when we do hug a tree, or when we're close to trees and we're in nature. And it's about the music as well. So, you know, just put that into your situation. If you feel that that resonates with you, you know that your divine masculine likes to listen to music while they're in nature, or they could be being very creative, writing music, playing an instrument. We've got the flute coming through in this reading, so with this card. And then we've got to pure intention. The fairy of manifestation will help you see your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desires with pure intention and for the highest good of all. Yeah, so everything that they want to manifest is coming from pure intention, from the truth. And this is what energy they're in today. They're receiving so much wisdom, whatever it is they're doing if they're going into nature. But as I said, so much green is coming through today. And you can see the trees in the background of this fairy as well with this pure intention card. Everything the divine masculines are doing is coming from pure intention, this purity. No distortedness, no toxicity or negativity, pure love, intention. And that's because they're taking care of themselves, learning to give to themselves, giving themselves time, making decisions for self. And that is when you can shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within. And this is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. Yeah. So when we're accepting ourselves, so much more comes through, guys. So much more wants to shine through into the universe. It shifts so much when we can accept ourselves. So the divine masculines, you know, because they're accepting, this is where the pure intention comes, because they're not feeling bad. You know, it's not, when we're not accepting, it's like we're just not in a good energy, and we're making decisions that could be so different to how they can be by being in your truth, being happy with yourself. If we're not accepting ourselves and happy with ourselves, you know, just feeling whole, our decision making and things are just so different. Our intentions aren't pure, because it's coming from a place of being unsettled, being unhappy with self, not feeling good enough, which is all fear-based, which is very, very toxic. So acceptance is, as I always say to you, is so powerful, and creates big shifts within us. Changes our world when we can accept ourselves. Really accepting this love, accepting what we look like, who we are, the whole of us, is so powerful. And this is what we are, you know, having to do on this journey. We have to work through so many things to have this self-acceptance. So that's what your divine masculine's doing, is having this acceptance, shining from within, finding that light from within, accepting what is, accepting who they are and everything about them, to have this pure intention, to be able to step forwards with pure intention. But, you know, to get to this place, I feel that they are, you know, going to nature, spending time near trees. I mean, that might not resonate with everybody because you might not have many trees around where you're living or whatever, but they're definitely going into nature and connecting with self and with higher power. So let's see what communication comes out for the divine masculines today. So I'm going to be using the beautiful deck from Liz Harris from The Silence to see what the divine masculines would love to share and express from their true self. What is going on with the divine masculines and what do they want their divine feminines to know? Nice clear message, please. Oops. I'm learning who I am. Yes. Learning who I am. I'm accepting who I am by learning who I am. You do matter to me and I do care. I just struggle to show it sometimes. Yeah. And they know that that's what they've got to show you, who they truly are. This is what they've got to change. You may not like the real me. So yeah, this just goes well with, you know, this here, this card here with acceptance, because that's what they do get scared of. And I'm praying for help. There you go, which shows that they're getting, you know, they're in tune with God, with higher power. They're going into nature. And with this card, these cards as well, you can see the trees in the background, so much green coming through, so much love. So they're accepting and they're learning who they are, accepting who they are. And, you know, no matter how it seems to you, you do matter to them, but they struggle to show it. And this is why, you know, again, they want to come towards you with pure intention. They don't want to wear the mask anymore. It has been something they've struggled with, and this is what they've worked through. And understanding themselves, learning. And you may not like the real me, yeah. So they're frightened of all those things. They're frightened that you might not like them once the mask's down. If they don't come, if they, you know, don't come across a certain way to you, they're frightened of all those things. That's why the preparation and is so important, that both of you work through these things about how you feel about yourself. You may not like the real me, yeah. And you may be scared. And the reason why that is happening is because that's what you feel as well. Even though you could be on the surface saying, yeah, that you're really quite comfortable with yourself and you're comfortable. This is deep. You have to work through so many layers that's within you that you're actually feeling that. You're thinking, well, what if they don't like the real me? Or what if they don't like the way I look at this time of the day? Or what if this, blah, blah, blah. We have to completely release all that, get rid of all that, because this is the, you know, soul stuff. This isn't superficial, you know, the things that we, you know, think how we used to think. We have to completely change that completely round and not worry about things like, you know, what happens, you know, are you going to like that about me or not? You know, your twin flames, your one soul in two physical bodies. We don't have to worry about that. And that is something, you know, I've said to you before, that I have to really, really work through. Really work through. And that is what your divine masculine's working through. Letting go of this. You know, just feeling this thing still, that not being good enough. They've got to be a certain way for you to like them. So next, I'm going to be using George's deck to see what else comes out. Sorry, I've got it the wrong way. Beautiful George from Blue Eyes Tarot, to see what else your divine masculine would love to share and express to you. Nice clear message, please. What would you like to say, divine masculines? Dance with me. They want to dance with you. I can't stop thinking about you. And I'm facing my inner fears, yeah. They're facing their inner fears, and then by facing them, they're really accepting themselves. When it's quiet, my mind is filled with you. So they can't stop thinking about you. It doesn't matter, you know, what they're doing, wherever they're going, and especially at night time and when things are quiet around them, they can't stop thinking about you. They just, you know, it's very intense. And you could be experiencing this as well, divine feminines, but they are facing their inner fears by having this, really taking this responsibility, having this relationship with themselves, learning about themselves, knowing that they've got to make these changes, is, you know, facing fears. And they want to dance with you, dance with me, they're saying. And this is about dancing with life together. And, you know, when we're dancing, we're in that place of feeling free. We're not worried about, you know, anything. We're just in that moment listening to music, and we feel like we can take the world on, and we're just so happy, so joyful. And we don't have this burden on our shoulders. And, you know, some of you, I know it's important, this card, because you are dancers, and your divine masculine could be a dancer as well, but they want to dance with you. They want to have that experience with you where you're just letting your hair down and you're free from everything. So they can't get you off their mind either at the moment. So I'm going to be getting a card for you now, Divine Feminines, to see what you need to know. And I'm going to be using the Lover's Oracle to get the message for what you need to know to help you stay focused, to believe and trust in what you already know. So let's see, what is it the Divine Feminines need to know to help them stay focused, to believe and trust in what they already know? What do we need to know for the Divine Feminines? What is the guidance today to help the Divine Feminines stay in their truth? Let's see. Oops. Let's put them out like that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Yes. And at the bottom of the deck is healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Yes, and I know that so many of you know that anyway. Whatever you're going through in those times where it's difficult or you're feeling like some pain and just being challenged, you know that actually that this is healing. You're going through some kind of healing when you're experiencing pain, so you can release it. And it by you doing that for yourself, you're doing that for your divine counterpart, your divine masculine, because you're one soul. So, and imagine this, think about this, about you and your beloved surrounded by this love. Feel this relationship being healed. Focus on that. Don't take yourself out of what's going on in the 3D and focus on that whatever you're experiencing right now is helping this relationship. You're helping yourself, which means you're helping your divine counterpart, your divine masculine. So this is about, being aware of your emotions, because, as it says in the card, emotions are a natural, necessary part of life. But sometimes different emotions that we feel, experience, does create this distortedness of our perception. And this is about viewing life through the eyes of love, to make sure that your perception, to see with truth, not with fear, with this distortedness, with negativity, with toxicity, to really be aware of this and about how you're feeling, what are your emotions, and when you're actually viewing certain things, really to completely change that around and put love into the situation and to let go of this resentment. So if any of you have got this resentment, it's time to let this go. And you can change this resentment by, this perception again. When you look at the situation or whatever it is that's bothering you, put the love into the situation and you'll be able to let go of this resentment, whatever it is that's holding you back, to let go. This is about you being so aware and so in tune with self, of what's going on within yourself, how you're behaving all the time, to really, really take a look at yourself. Because whatever your perception is and however you're feeling or whatever, you're actually creating that and you're attracting that back to you. So if you're experiencing fear or you're thinking about something that's making you feel uncomfortable, completely change that round and actually, really be in the present moment and change the situation, change your perception on whatever it is that you're thinking about. Put love into the situation. And we have the power within us to do that. We have the light, we have the understanding within us to do that, to get rid of this resentment. There is no resentment when you're doing everything from a place of love. And the ego wants to come in and say, well, this, and why, how can you say that, blah, blah, blah. But allow the ego to fall away. Don't allow the ego to be in control. Be aware and manage your ego, because we do need our ego. But manage it, take responsibility and put love into the situation. That is always the answer. So I really do hope that you've enjoyed this beautiful twin flame reading. If any of you guys are interested in a private reading for your beautiful, unique twin flame journey, just email me. It's in the description box down below. And all the information that you need to know about how I do my readings and the prices is also in the description box. And if any of you guys are interested in the membership that I'm now offering, all the information about that is also in the description box. So, and if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe, like and share, because it really does help my channel grow. And I'm sending you so much love, my support, my strength and light, and I love you all so very much. See ya.
Oh, what's your soul saying?